Oh my goodness. This feels like we haven't done this in a while. Well, it has been a while. Hi, welcome to the BLT podcast. Thought it was going to be a normal one, but it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
So,
Last time I had work, this time Logan bailed.
oh, we told him what happened last time about
Yeah.
how you never showed up early and we were ready for you.
I showed up late.
And then he was like, oh, I got to go to work. I'm like, oh, great.
Yeah.
That was a really hungover podcast. You should have watched it. Me and Logan look super hungover.
Really?
It's neither one
I
of
can
us.
see Logan with just his gut and his eyes all sunken in. He's like,
Both of us were like super tired. I didn't even get dressed. He wasn't dressed. We hadn't showered or anything. We're like, hey guys.
Were all the kids in the house still and everything?
No, I think they had left for a little bit. So it was pretty quiet.
Was my girlfriend still here?
Which girlfriend?
I don't know.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. No, she was not here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about that on the last podcast about how you had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
It
funny.
happened.
But how have you been since it's been like 4 weeks since you've been on the podcast?
I only missed one podcast.
No, technically you missed 2 because I had to post one, and last week I know most of the viewers are probably upset. I posted
All the viewers are
the
upset.
one viewer that we have because I basically mashed up a couple of clips from past podcasts and
God.
put it up as a podcast because we didn't have time to record because I was gone.
It's alright, it happens.
Yeah, I was gone, Logan was gone, and then you were busy.
Yeah, probably. Sounds about right.
More like me and Logan were both gone.
Yeah.
And I was going to do one with my Kansas friends, and then that didn't end up happening because I was all over the place trying to see family.
Yeah, that shit happens.
But, so, it's been like 2 podcasts since you last
Okay,
been
so
here, technically.
Technically 2. Okay.
So, what's been up?
Just working. I have a date later today.
Oh, that's why you have to leave?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Tinder, Bumble, which
Tinder.
one? Okay.
Tinder, second
So
date.
that means, second date.
So shit's happening today.
Wait, so when was your first date?
Friday.
Okay.
So
Last Friday?
not yesterday, Friday, the
Yeah.
Friday before.
I was about to be like, you left yesterday?
No, the Friday before. That was the friend that you were supposed to meet.
Oh.
Just joking. Just fucking with you.
I thought you were fucking with me. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way she was a female. That's what I thought you were talking about at first. I was like, is he talking about a female friend that he has?
Yeah.
Like, does Brayden have a girlfriend?
Shit, it scared me. Put that back.
So it was a guy that we were supposed to meet yesterday and
Yeah.
not a girl. Okay. Just gotta make sure I understand that.
We went to like a little spot after, and because we were at the office already, so we just walked somewhere real quick. Mm-hmm. And as we were walking, I was like, should I just ask a random dude to take a selfie with me? Then send it to Daisha and be like, this is the guy.
Oh my goodness, no.
That would have been funny.
So, if you guys are very confused, yesterday, Brayden texted me as I'm, like, driving back from work, and he's like, hey. And I was like, hi. He's like, I'm in town, and I have a friend that I think that you could hook up with. And I was like, what? I was like, I already knew you were in town.
Yeah.
And then I call him, and I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, oh, you and Ryan are still a thing? And I'm like, yeah, we're still pretty much a thing.
Mm-hmm.
What?
It would have been funny. But whatever.
Oh,
You're lame. It's okay.
no, I'm not. You guys didn't want to go out. I was ready, like, to go.
It's alright.
But-
It's cool.
Yeah, they were going to go out without me, and I was like, wow, I see how it is. I have a long day at work, and all I want to do is have fun. And you guys are like, we're going to go without her. And Ryan's like, you want to meet us downtown? I'm like, I do not want to still drive. Like, I'm tired of driving. I've driven all this week. I'm tired.
It's cool. We'll do it another time.
Oh, I didn't know you had a friend in Carlsbad.
No, I don't. All of it was joke. All of it
I
was a
hate
lie.
you so much.
All of it was a lie.
I wanted it to be Adam.
Oh, that would have been funny.
Because Adam's in San Diego at
Is he?
Comic-Con.
Oh,
He's at
okay. That
Comic-Con.
would make sense then if it was like Adam or something.
Yeah, he's at Comic-Con today, which I'm so mad about because I was going to have a big podcast. We need to get Adam on the podcast and your
Yeah.
other friend,
Which friend?
the gay one.
Oh, Paul?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He would love he would be great. If he's himself on the podcast, it'd be funny.
Yeah.
But he might be shy because,
Yeah.
you know.
I think if it's like me, you, and Logan, and we can get comfortable real quick.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
There's something I was going to bring up because there's a podcast that I was listening to, and I was like, I want to ask him about that, but I forgot
What was it? You don't
I don't
remember?
remember, no. So who is this girl? What does she look like?
Her name's Jasmine.
Oh, I thought we were going to use nicknames. I was like, what's her nickname for the podcast?
No, her name's Jasmine.
Oh.
What's up?
You can tell her to watch this.
She's Asian.
Do you have a thing for Asian girls?
I do.
Okay.
I do. The last one I was gonna marry, she ghosted me.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was very like sudden. At least in my point of view, it was very like hard cut. It wasn't like a gradual like twinkle, right? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It was just, and then I don't want to. Since I really like her, I didn't know what to do after she didn't text me for like a couple days, and in my head, I was the last one to text her, so I'm not gonna double text.
Yeah.
And that double text, I ended up double texting on 4th of July. I just said, "Hey, happy 4th. Hope everything's well," and then just no reply.
Aww.
It's all right though.
That brings me to the topic that I did want to talk about. Unfortunately, Logan's not here, so we can open his wounds of San Fran.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I wanted to talk about. I was listening to a podcast, and the podcast I always bring up on here, the show with Sam and Joe. They were talking about, they had a question from someone who was like, oh, I'm dating this guy, but he's not over his ex. And then it got me thinking. I was like, how do you know you're over someone? Like,
I think it's an internal thing. Like, if you're with someone and you just don't think of it, then you know it's over. I don't think it's something that you can just wake up and do it. I think it's like
a gradual.
No, but it's like if you finally like go out with somebody else and you feel comfortable and you're not thinking of them, then internally you think you're okay.
So do you think, like, do you ever, when you're in a relationship, do you ever have those feelings of, like, you have, like, thoughts of other, like, your past relationships, and you're like, what if? Do you think that's being over someone and just reminiscing, or, like, do you think
I
that's
reminisce all the time. Like, if some girl's going down on me, I'll be like, oh, this Alexa did it way better than this girl. Like, I'll compare and contrast in my head, but
you still think you're over that person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. Like, yeah. I know it's different for everybody, but for me, if there's no more, like, if we broke up and if it was, like, for an actual, like, decent reason, then I'll get over it pretty quick. But if I feel like nothing, if there was, like, for no reason, then that's where I start going everywhere. Kind of like the girl that ghosted me. It's, like, we only knew each other for, like, maybe 2-3 weeks, but still, for, like, the same amount of time I knew her, it was, like, almost the same amount of time it took me to, like, forget.
Okay.
So, if that makes sense. But if I didn't like her, like, it would have been, like, day 2, but, like, or day 1, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But
that's, like, an interesting...
It's, like, case by case for me.
Yeah. I think it's interesting to, like, think about, like, what defines you being over someone.
Oh, like a definite define?
Yeah, because it's like everyone's different, but like everyone has their own ways of coping.
Yeah, I like drinking and rebounding.
I know, that's kind of what I do too. And people are like, that's weird. Like my Japanese...
That's my coping mechanism, though.
My Japanese friends would be like so confused by that. And I was like...
Really?
Yeah, because in Japan, like I would date someone, then get over it by sleeping with someone else. Like... I don't know. It's like a weird thing to think about. Like, I think a lot of guys do it that way, but not a lot of girls do it that way. Yeah. And I think...
Just a lot of chocolate and wine for girls.
Yeah. I don't really... Normally when I dump someone, normally I'm not sad afterwards, unless it was, like, a bad breakup. But then I have those days where I'll, like, think about it, I'm like... Then I'll get sad. Like, just randomly out the blue.
Yeah,
like,
that doesn't happen with me.
Really?
It's like, it either... It, like, stays at a certain, like, level for me. It never, like, differs up and down.
Okay.
It will just, like, maybe if I have a busy work week, I'll just forget about it. But breakups are different for everybody. Or
That's
getting
true.
over. It depends, too. Like, if it was an abusive relationship, that could take, like, years.
That's true, yeah.
If it was just a fling, I don't know. Because
I
have a couple, like, just fuck buddies. And 2 of them I know, like... They just do their own... They're kind of like me. Like, not like me, like how I go without things, but like their schedule-wise. Meaning, like, they work a lot, and then if they have free time, they'll hit somebody up, and we just happen to be in that same boat. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the times I'll say no, because they either texted me too late, or I already milked myself, and I'm too lazy.
You're like, I'm done for the night.
Yeah, like, I'm good. I'm watching Stranger Things. Like, I'm good.
I'm done. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do on your date today?
We're gonna watch The Lion King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to tell me how it is.
It's
I want to see
probably
it.
exactly like the...
But
if it's anything like Aladdin,
animated.
Aladdin was shot for shot for
I
the
didn't
cartoon.
see Aladdin.
Alright, well, you didn't miss much. It's literally shot for shot.
But there's
Aladdin.
a new song.
Yeah, a girl power song. That's it.
Me Too movement.
It literally comes out of nowhere too. Like,
really?
It's like, okay. Like, at least in my opinion, like, if they could have placed that part in any other, like, they could have placed it differently or did the tempo differently, but it came out of nowhere. Okay. In my opinion.
Well, I still want to watch it. I definitely want to watch The Lion King.
Yeah.
But I did see Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah, that was
so good.
That movie was fucking great.
Oh, love Spider-Man. Right, we were walking past like the stand cutout board thing or whatever, and Ryan was like, "Wait, what's his name? Jake Gyllenhaal is in this movie?" And I was like, "I don't know, I guess so."
Yeah, he was Mysterio.
That was a great twist.
It was.
And that ending, I was like.
Yeah, no, it was, everything about it was really good. How the CGI they did when Mysterio put Spider-Man in like the illusion.
Yeah,
pattern.
they did some good CGI.
It was really good.
I'm really excited to see. I cried. I'm not gonna lie. When Tony Stark's name kept coming up, I cried every single time.
You know the actor's alive. You know that, right?
Yes, but the character is dead. That makes me sad.
You know, there was a rumor going on. You know how at the end of Far From Home, spoilers, but you know how at Far From Home when Nick Fury was actually the Gremlin guy?
What Gremlin guy?
The green... Oh, you didn't watch the after credits.
There was after credits?!
Yeah.
Fuck! Now I'm gonna have to look him up.
Alright, well in the after credits, Nick Fury was that green guy that can change into those green aliens that can change into like our shapeshifters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Nick Fury the whole time in the movie.
Wait, is Nick Fury not Nick Fury?
Nick Fury is like somewhere else, like in like some base, some like weird agent base.
So that whole time that he was in the movie, that wasn't him?
That was one of those green people from Captain Marvel.
I haven't seen Captain Marvel yet.
Oh,
Fuck.
okay. Well, they're shapeshifters. So now there's a theory that Tony Stark at the end of Endgame, that Tony Stark was one of the green guys.
Why? Why is that a
theory? Because the green guy can morph into Tony Stark, so now everyone thinks he's dead.
But why would...
And that Tony Stark is actually alive. The real Tony Stark is alive, and just one of those aliens died.
But why is that a theory? Like, I don't...
Because we thought that those green guys weren't a part of it. Like,
but I understand that, but like...
Well, because, alright, so the whole movie, you thought Nick Fury was Nick Fury, but he wasn't. He was one of those aliens. What if at the end of the fight scene, one of the person, Tony Stark, was one of the aliens?
But...
And so Tony Stark is actually alive, and he's fucking sipping on margaritas in Hawaii with his wife and kid.
Yeah, who had a memorial for him?
Yeah.
There's no way that...
Well, there's a theory because that end credit thing, makes sense to me.
I mean, it makes sense, but the reason why they killed him off is because his contract's up, so he's not going to make any more movies.
They'll make a new one.
They'll make a new Iron Man, but they're not going to use Tony Stark.
That's the theory, though.
They're not going to use Robert Downey Jr., so...
They might.
You really think, unless Marvel pays him a shit ton of money, which, I mean, is possible now because Disney is part of it, Star Wars... And also Sony. That's a lot. Or Fox. Is it Fox that they bought?
I think so, yeah.
That's a lot of money that Disney has. So, I mean, maybe Tony can be like, I want this much. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's possible. I would love that. But I didn't. I knew it. I knew we should just fucking stay.
Yeah, there was like two. There was two of them.
Because,
you didn't watch any of the end credits?
No, because I really didn't think there was one.
No, there was two.
Wait, was the first one after... The
animated credits.
Okay, yeah, I did see that one.
Where he was all like, Spider-Man is...
He's the one who killed everyone. Or he killed him and everyone hates him.
There was another credit at the end.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's only one. Because at Endgame, there's none.
Well, there wasn't Spider-Man.
Yeah. Fucking Marvel fucking up my life.
They made up for it. They put 2.
Well, they've done that for a while. Like, I don't think they do it for Avenger movies as much. But they do it for, like, solo superhero movies. They do 2 end credit scenes. And I'm fucking mad now. God, I knew I should have stayed. I was like, nah. Damn it. I need to go see Captain Marvel now because I missed the end credit scene of Spider-Man.
He was fucking looking at me, man.
It's a stuffed animal. Oh my goodness.
I'm about to fuck it up.
Oh my goodness. Are you excited to go see this apartment today?
Yeah, actually I am.
I really hope that I can stop looking. I just want to get this place.
Really?
To be honest, yeah. Looking for an apartment is fucking stressful. Definitely when you, like, look on a website and then you go check it out in person, it's like, oh, it's not actually for lease. And I'm like, God fucking damn it. But, yes, today...
I just hope there's not, like, bug problems or cockroach problems.
See, that's why I need you to go, so that you'll look at that stuff and I won't be like,
And if it's on the first floor, I'm sorry, we're not doing that. Because that's where all the bugs and cockroaches come.
You just gotta be clean.
No, it doesn't matter. Your neighbors are dirty. You're sharing walls. So let's say this is our apartment right now. Ryan's room is the next apartment.
Yeah.
If that's a filthy junk, it doesn't matter. They'll come right over here.
What
and
if...
first floor, the cockroaches are much easier just to go on the first floor than to travel to the second, third, or fourth.
But what if, like, it's, like, all first floors?
All right,
and it's like some space.
As long as the trash area is not sharing walls with our apartment.
Okay.
Because my last apartment, the dumpster shared a wall.
Okay.
With the entire apartment.
Yeah.
You walked to the end of the hall of, like, of whatever. There was a trash chute.
Oh, that's gross. Yeah.
It was disgusting. So the whole floor always smelled a little raunchy, and then our neighbors all smoked weed, so it was a combination of all the smells and everything like that. Yeah.
There were some cockroaches at Ryan's last place, but the cats got them, so it was fine.
That's good.
That's why we need to get a cat.
No.
Why not?
Hair everywhere.
It's fine. Or a puppy.
Then you clean it then.
Okay, I don't care.
You better keep with that.
I don't care.
Every Sunday.
The
when I'm at work.
The one Sunday. Are you still going to keep your job? I thought you were going to look for another one.
I'll quit. It would be too far of a drive. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah, because my drive's not far at all.
Oh, that's a big girl job. Not for
oh, yeah, that's what you keep saying.
Not for a serving job. The fuck? I'd rather just go to a restaurant near the place.
Yeah, so we're going to look at an apartment today in Anaheim. We're super excited because then it's going to become the BLT house.
Yep.
And I think there's like a little room off of the living room.
I think it was off the pictures.
Yeah.
I think that's a bedroom.
I don't think it is because it's like way too small. And the bedrooms are down the hallway.
Maybe it's meant to be for the kitchen table or whatever.
Well, we're going to make it into a podcast room.
Okay.
So, well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm super excited. And we're already going to get Ryan's couch. So.
Really?
Ryan's like, you want the couch? I was like, sure.
Fuck yeah.
And then all we got to do is get some chairs. Go to Goodwill.
Sorry,
we're going to go Goodwill shopping. It's going to be great.
Fine. I'm cool with that.
Goodwill's the best.
It is.
But I understand, like, I do have a problem with that, too. Because the first apartment I lived at, all the first floor places, all had, like, roaches or cockroaches.
Yeah, no, that's a thing
because
with
it's, like, a first floor thing. But
it's a first floor thing, and it's the fact that there's
everyone else is dirty.
Like 30 people that live with you.
Yeah.
And not
I feel bad for Logan's neighbors. Because they probably all have cockroaches because of him. Logan's apartment's quite dirty if you can't tell. Well, you can't tell in the video, but other than when we did the break time, when you guys lifted me over your head, you could tell his apartment was disgusting.
It's just everywhere. That's all. I wouldn't say disgusting. It's just everywhere.
It's not disgusting. It's just he doesn't clean up.
Mm-hmm.
And when he does, it doesn't look like he cleaned up. He just put it in a corner.
Yeah, he just stuffs it.
It's not fine. Like trash.
It's a guy thing. It's a guy thing.
You better not do that. Otherwise, I will.
No, I'm a clean person.
I'm glad. But yeah. So, I feel like, yeah, I can understand, like, the cockroach thing. But to be honest, as long as I don't see them, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like if they want to crawl throughout the night, like As long as they are gone after I wake up.
My last apartment, if I woke up at like 2 a.m. to get water or something like that.
You see them?
Yeah, the first time it happened, I remember I turned the light on in the kitchen. And you looked at the floor, and I saw like 4 just scatter because the light turned on, and they saw Bigfoot come in. And so then I was like, "Oh my god, like why?" And so then it got to the point where I just had a Clorox or WD-40 just on standby, like everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I had the Clorox, like all the cleaning supplies.
I will do that too.
All the cleaning supplies were never in its spot. It was on some, countertop.
That's what
somewhere.
I would do too.
Yeah, so if I ever saw it, just... I remember the first night I stayed there were still boxes, like, on the floor. Let's say that's, like, the shower or something like that.
Yeah.
I got out the shower, and my clothes were still, like, kind of everywhere. And
Did you lift up a piece of clothing and one
No, I looked up a piece of clothing, and it must have rattled the box next to it, and then 2 big-ass ones that were fast as fuck just went, boom, just disappeared. And then I went to the office, and I was like, hey, I have roaches on day 2. I don't even have food in the fridge. And then they're like, oh, since you, the trees near your apartment, they're water or something, so those are water bugs. And so then, literally, when
they're water bugs?
Yeah, and so when she looked at me, and when she told me that, I walked out her office, and I knew all the trees were the same. And I looked everywhere, and I saw her, like, what is he doing? Then I walked back in, and I'm like, so you're telling me every apartment has water bugs here? Because all the trees are the same. And I'm like, what do you mean it's just my apartment? That tree is the same as that tree, that tree, that tree, that tree. And so then...
Oh, man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, it was a bad, like, there was so many things that went wrong. And then the kitchen, there wasn't, like, an actual fan to suck up the steam. So
you could, like, never probably cook anything.
No, we were able to, but after, like, 7 months, like, the cabinets and the stuff above it, you were able to, like, with your finger, like, wipe off the yellow from the white cabinets. Ooh. And I was like, ooh. And then the technician guy who was always at the house, always, because we had so many problems, I was like, hey, you guys should actually put, like, suction fans in here. He goes, no, it's your hookah. And I'm like, I don't smoke it in here. I smoke it on our balcony. And then he goes, whatever. Then one time the bathtub, when I was at work, my girlfriend told me the bathtub filled up, like, halfway with this, like, mud water out of nowhere. And we're like, what is this? And she was going to go somewhere that day. And I was like, no, stay home. What if it starts overflowing?
She's like, I'm like, no, you got to stay there. You got to make sure.
Yeah, make sure that shit don't overflow now.
Yeah.
And then the same bathroom above us, since there's no fan in the bathroom either.
It started molding.
Not molding, collapsing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely stuff where I'm glad that you are, like, know all this stuff, because then you will be able to look for it. Because I'll just be like, oh, looks great. Because the first time I did, like, when I went apartment hunting, like, I did not know what to look for.
Well, you gotta ask, like, what utilities are we actually getting charged for?
Yeah.
Like, how much does the washer and dryer cost in the community?
Yeah.
If it's, like, over $2, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone
that's, like,
actually...
a solid, like, $40 a month just for laundry.
I don't think anyone is actually... I mean, I don't know.
At least for me, I do laundry like twice a week.
We're getting a code to get the key to go look at the apartment. So I don't know if...
A guy isn't gonna, like, be
I
with
have
us?
no idea.
That'd be dumb. What if we steal, like, the something? Fuck that. I'm stealing the stove then. Fuck that.
You're gonna take the stove? You're gonna put it in your little car?
Yeah. Fuck it.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean...
Yeah, it should be fun.
It's fun. It's, like, in our budget. Like, oh, thank God.
It should be okay.
Definitely, it's like, since the budget's a little lower, because I got my paychecks, I was like, there's no way I would be able to afford $1,500 by myself. Yeah. My paychecks are only going to be $1,000 each. And
really?
Unless
how many hours do you work?
I work 50.
A week
taxes.
or 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
You get paid once a week or every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
How are you getting paid only $1,000 if you work 50 hours a week?
Because...
That's 100 hours a paycheck.
Because, like...
That's minimum wage. Are you getting minimum wage?
Well, now I am, because
Why?
minimum wage got raised.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if I'm also...
in LA County.
In our county, it got raised.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking I might get a raise based on that, but, I mean, either way, I'm only getting, like, $1,100 because of taxes and everything.
Yeah. You should just fix your W-2 then.
What do you mean fix my W-2?
Well, how much would you make for the year?
I have no idea. I'll have to look at my
depending on how much you make a year, you're either going to get the majority of that money back.
Yeah.
Or, so if you're going to get the majority of the money back, you might as well just have it the least amount of taxes taken out.
Yeah, that's what I have right now.
Really?
Yeah, because I was asking my mom.
I think it's a 1 or a 0.
Yeah, I put a 0.
It's a 2.
To take the least amount of taxes out?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it adds up to 2.
Whatever.
It's 1 or 2. I know it's not 0.
Well, I put 0. I'm pretty positive. Either way, I'm most likely going to get it back at the end of the year. But I don't, like, right now it's okay because I can afford a living. Like, driving to work every day, I'm paying I'm putting money away for savings and retirement. And then also, speaking of that, I need to find that paper. And then I'm also able to start paying off my student loans.
Nice.
But I realized, so at my old job, I started getting 401k. And I don't know where that paper went. Because it's like, oh, you can either transfer it or you could take it out. And I'm like, oh.
You should transfer it.
Yeah, I'm going to transfer it. But first I got to find that paper. So now I have to find it. It's either here or at my mom's house.
It's one or the other.
It's definitely one or the other. If it's somewhere else, it would be very suspicious.
Yeah.
But, so I have to find it so I can transfer it over. Because I'm not getting 401k yet. But when I get staff, when I'm actually like staff there, then I'll get it. Mm-hmm. So, then I'll probably have way less money in my account. Or my paychecks, but whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't mind. As long as I'm covered with insurance and able to retire later on in life. That's all that I care about.
No.
Do you get 401k at your job? Or no because you're part-time?
No. I got 401k at my LA County job. That was it.
Okay.
Nothing else gave me that.
I didn't start getting it until I started working there, like, after a year, so...
Really? I didn't even think LA County gave it to me. I just didn't read all the paperwork all the way through, and we were part-time in summer, so I didn't know.
That normally you wouldn't get it then.
Yeah.
Because you're part-time. I don't know. Who knows?
But they did.
So now I got some retirement. That's good.
Got a whole $2,000.
Nice.
Wow.
Hey, later on in life, when you get more, it's going to add up.
Yeah, but I don't have it going into any of the things.
What do you mean things?
Because when you have a 401k, you have to tell it to, like, what to invest in.
Oh.
I haven't done that yet, so it's literally just sitting in a 401k account.
Maybe I'll do that too.
A rollover account.
Something. Since this is 401k is for my other job.
Really?
And I got time until I retire. I say that and then I'm going to retire at like 40 and be like, hey, I'm done.
It's done.
I'm done.
I'm done.
A lot of people at my work though, like, have been working for like ever.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot of the visual effects artists are older. It's like really cool. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. They do some great visual effects.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
it's
cool.
so cool to walk by.
When they're like doing it. Yeah.
And they're using Flame. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Flame?
Yeah, that's the
program?
That's the standard for
I thought
visual
you meant
effects.
like they were like doing Flame. I was like, okay.
You're like, it's like super interesting to watch.
Yeah.
They were doing a Robert Downey Jr. Commercial. And they were super zoomed in on his forehead.
Really?
To get all the wrinkles. It was super
God.
hilarious. I was like, nice!
That's how they do it.
That's how they make him look younger. It's super cool, though. It's super entertaining. Apparently, they did a music video for Miley Cyrus, too.
Oh,
they did
cool.
We Can't Stop.
Can't Stop?
I'm like, I want them to do another one. So
I remember that song.
We Can't Stop, We Won't Stop. Mm-mm. Her very first single when coming back and cutting all her hair off.
Oh yeah, I remember. That
Okay.
was a long time ago. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, they've done a lot of music videos, which is really shocking. Because you wouldn't expect them to.
Really?
They did Senorita, too.
Senorita?
With Shawn Mendes.
Oh, yeah.
They did that one, too. They were stressing out about it. It was funny.
Really?
Because Shawn Mendes, just all the visual effects were hard to do because Shawn Mendes didn't know how to act, / the director probably didn't know how to direct.
Yeah.
So.
Probably a combination of both.
Yeah, but they were like, yeah, Shawn Mendes is like... People didn't know who Shawn Mendes was, and they thought he was like... They thought Camila was a bigger star than he was, and I was like, they didn't understand, like, they didn't know, because they had never heard of him, and I was like, oh no, like, YouTube, like, helped him get so many fans.
Yeah.
Like, he's so much bigger than Camila will ever be.
So I have a question.
Okay.
What's your opinion on quote-unquote bad students? Like, the person that you see that never comes to class, and the person that you see that never turns in the work.
Yeah.
And then when... The only reason why I say that because I was talking to somebody or with a group of people, and this guy who's not a good person at turning in work and all that stuff, he was complaining about the teachers on how they're failing him. And I was like, dude, I've been in classes with you. You don't do shit. And then he was like, yeah, but I do the work, coach. Just give me the grade. And I'm just all like, in that same class, he had to
know who this is because this sounds super familiar.
On week 1, our presentation was due. He did that presentation on week 3 because that's when he finally got it done. And then he didn't even show up at all for the last week of class.
Those are the people who will never get work. And they should just be bums. Because they are bums.
Because they're hoes. Their moms are hoes. That's why.
Those people annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like, so much. Definitely at the LA Film School.
But, it's like, what makes you... for me, it's like, what makes them think that that's okay?
Because they think they're entitled.
Yeah, they think that can't just be it. But they literally think that
or they think that, if they do minimum work, that they'll pass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like some people are just think that they'll get by doing minimal work. And it's like, no, definitely not in the industry that we're trying to be in.
Right.
Like, you have to be at the top of your game at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So those people annoy the shit out of me, and those are the people that I will never work with. If someone's like, well, they should have done this, I'm like, nope, not working with you.
Mm-mm.
Like, it's so annoying.
It is. It pisses me off. I don't like it.
And there's someone at my work who complains a lot, which I kind of understand because she's been there so long.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, the person I took his job, he was there for 6 months and got promoted.
Oh, wow.
But, I mean, the cars kind of aren't in her favor to begin with, but it's also, like, you shouldn't be complaining. You should be trying to prove them wrong.
Right.
And it's just very interesting. Like, she's a great person, but it's just like... But she's trying to look for a different job anyways. And I'm just like, I don't know if you're...
Like, it's annoying.
I think it's a certain attitude that you have to have when you're working in this industry.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Like, I don't know. There's some people attitudes where I'm like, how are you working? Like... Like, I don't know if you know him, a production designer that goes to our school who keeps working on music videos.
Is he gay?
Yeah.
The one that worked on that one set that started nailing stuff in the wall?
Yeah. I don't know how he's getting work.
I don't know how.
Like, yeah. I really don't. I think it's because he's gay, and people just like his personality.
And people who don't work with him go, oh, he's gay. Like,
he could be a great production designer.
Yeah.
And it's just, I remember when we were in the advanced...
Yes, that's a stereotype. That is a big stereotype.
Which is funny because we have a friend named Miguel who is not gay, but is a production designer.
He's not?
No, he's a girlfriend.
Totally thought he was gay.
No, Miguel's not gay. He has a girlfriend.
Because he has, like, those, like, wet, fat lips.
He
That's
does.
why. They're always wet and they're fat. Like, they're
no,
always
he's a girlfriend.
glistening.
He has a girlfriend. He's not gay. But
Damn.
What was I going to say? But I remember in advanced G&E, he was complaining because he wanted to be a part of camera crew.
Miguel did?
No, Michael.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
You remember that?
I remember
and I was like, you're the one who wanted to get in the production side, and now you're complaining. But now he's...
Oh, yeah, because that was day one.
when we all got our roles.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, is he really complaining right now that he doesn't get to touch a camera?
Right.
You've been here for a year and a half, and you're complaining that you haven't had camera time? That's your fault.
Yeah.
Like, we all get a chance to work on the camera.
Yeah, that was on accident. That was the sound engineer, that thing, because you know how you got that email for... Like,
I didn't get one.
Oh, I did.
I know you did, yeah.
I put sound editor.
And you wanted to be...
I put sound editor.
Yeah, you wanted
and
to be
then
sound
they're all
editor.
like, all right, so I'm going to name all you guys' positions based on what you guys filled out. Brandon Novia, sound guy. And I went, oh, shit. They read that email wrong. But I didn't want to complain.
Yeah,
and thankfully
like,
I didn't, because that one guy started complaining, or else I would have just been a mess in that class.
Yeah, he's just super annoying, and I don't know how he keeps getting work. It's very mind-boggling to me.
Yeah, no, it's irritating. It's not cool for other people that actually do the work.
And work hard.
Yeah.
And, like, even, like, when we do work, he's like, oh, I don't want to do this. And I'm like...
Always complaining.
Those people. One day though, they will never work again.
Yeah.
It's like sad to say, but it's true. Like when people start to pick up your personality and they're like, actually, he's not that great of a worker.
Yep.
And then they will stop calling you back, and you'll never know why.
Yep.
And it's just very annoying. There's a lot of people at our school like that, and I'm so glad I don't go there anymore to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like even some of my friends are like that, and I'm just like, you guys.
You need to calm down. Okay.
I have a friend, because it's kind of my fault. But in the beginning of school, I was like the mom to all my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So if they needed something, they'd come to me and I'd fix it. So most of my friends, they will not look something up. They'll be like, oh, I'm just going to call Daisha. And it's like very simple things. Like my friend texted me and was like, hey, are you good at writing resumes, or do you know anyone who can do it? And I'm just like, is he really asking me this like right now? Like it's very easy to just look it up. So it's kind of my fault. And like Ryan was like, oh, why do you just give him the answer? Like just make him look it up. I'm like, I feel bad though.
I feel bad. Yeah.
It's my mom's side coming out. It's very bad. My mom control of side. But, I mean, yeah, he was just like, oh, do you know anyone who will write a resume? And then I wanted to text Adam, like, hey, do you have that number that wrote your resume? Because Adam got someone to write his resume.
Oh, my God.
And that's how he got his internship, he's pretty sure. Because
Really?
there's a lot of stuff on there that he can't do.
Oh, my God.
But it's on his resume.
Jesus.
I read his resume. I was like, you definitely can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. I would say 25% of that resume he could do. The other 75 definitely can't do.
Wow, that's like Joey Tribbiani with his acting reel. He has on his Friends that he's danced for like 14 years or something like that, and like ballet and stuff. It's funny.
I mean, that's how you get the work, I guess. But yeah. I mean, I didn't have to lie on my resume to get work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me, Adam? Oh, it was so funny. I was like, when Ryan was talking about them, like, you guys needing help sometimes. He's like, oh, I'll send you over my resume. I was like, well, I don't know if you want to go off of that.
I can't stop yawning.
He's pretty good. Adam's great. I love him.
Yeah, no, Adam's
He's like my
guy.
favorite. He sent us the script. Did Ryan tell you about this?
Yeah, the bike one?
The scooter one.
Yeah, the scooter one. Yeah, that shit was funny. That shit was really funny.
He sent me a separate text message and was like, hey, just sent you and Ryan a script. Here's a synopsis. So I didn't even have to read it because he sent me a synopsis. And I was like, oh, no.
What did he say in the synopsis?
I'll read it to you guys. Because it's very hilarious. And I'm just like, what? Are you serious, Adam?
What the fuck?
Oh, my phone's at 18%. Hey. Okay, let me find Adam. There he is. I don't text anyone. It's very easy to find people. This is the text message I get from him at work. I sent one. It's like almost noon. I'm surprised he was awake. I sent you and Ryan a skit, but quick synopsis. A lonely man is walking through the city with no transportation. He sees a lot of bird scooters, but has too much pride to ride one, but eventually breaks and he rides one. He falls in love with the scooter and takes it home to make love with it. Next day, he takes the scooter out, sees a man riding a razor scooter. He has a flashback to the time someone stole his razor scooter. He tries to stop the man, but I was too fast. He says but I'm pretty sure he meant he was too fast, unless Adam's gonna be in it. The bird scooter saw him do that and didn't like it. The bird scooter also died. The man is back to phase 1. Walking through the city, he sees a different brand of electric scooter. Montage of him making love to the scooters and having orgies with them. He then walks out for a cigarette break and he sees his beloved razor scooter waiting for him. He takes it for a ride and it's if they never left each other's sight. He takes the razor scooter home and sees that there's a scooter orgy happening. The razor scooter leaves again. The end.
Wow.
There's going to be a lot of stop motion, it feels like. Because there's no way I'm going to do any visual effects of that.
No.
But I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Maybe if you finish that picture that you're supposed to do, the art picture, we could put that up over for the YouTube video.
I want to take a picture of you
We'll
first.
do one today, since my hair's not crazy.
Okay.
But, since this is audio only, so then he sends the email and I look at the email and I was like, oh my goodness. And then Ryan, I didn't think he was actually going to read it.
He did.
He reads it and then made a shot list.
Yeah,
I was like, this motherfucker.
I saw.
It's like, no.
I saw. He
like,
showed me the
I was
shot
like,
list. Yeah, he was super into it.
Of course he was. Like, him and Adam are like, they are definitely two bigs who are very similar. It's very funny.
Yeah.
Did he tell you about his friend Ryan? Adam's friend Ryan?
Uh-uh.
He is hilarious.
Really?
He is the funniest person. We went out with him for 4th of July.
Uh-huh.
So funny.
Really?
Did Ryan tell you what happened?
Mm-mm.
So we went to the bar, and we go outside for a smoke break, and this guy comes out. We saw this guy across the street, like, an hour earlier, trying to get into a club across the street, which was obviously closed because no one was there, and he was like trying to break in. Mm-hmm. And then he comes into the bar we're in, and I'm like watching him. I was like, what is this guy doing? And then we go outside for a smoke break, and then all of a sudden he comes outside after we're done smoking.
Okay.
He comes outside, and he's just like, hey guys! Mind you, me and Ryan aren't approachable. No one comes up to us. Every time I'm with Adam, though, someone approaches us.
Right.
So Adam and his friend Ryan are like talking to him, and he's just like, yeah, I was trying to buy a drink, but the guy told me you're too drunk, and then kicked me out. And I was like, what? And then he was like, I haven't even had a drink yet. This is my first one. He said the same thing over and over
again.
And of course, Adam is just standing there.
Yeah, just like...
Just blankly staring at the floor. But his friend Ryan is like, wait, what? Like, every time he would say it, he would be like, what? That's crazy. It's just, like, all out trying to be like, he was so into the story. And so then, I think Ryan went inside to pee. And then I went inside, because I was like, I can't take this. I'm going to pretend I'm going into the bathroom. So I just sat in there. And then I was just like, I was listening to them. I was like, oh my goodness. Jesus. And then Ryan saw me. And I was like, let's just go, because this guy seems like he's not going to leave us alone. And he's like, okay. And then I forgot to tip the bartender. I felt really bad. But, so we go, and I'm like, hey, Adam, we're going to go. And he's like, oh, we got to go too. So Adam and Ryan end up coming with us back to the office, because that's where we parked. Because they had to take us, they were like, oh, could you give us a ride home? And we're like, yeah. And so then Ryan, or as we're walking away, they were like, we swear to God, he was probably on meth.
Yeah.
And he was like, he just kept saying the same thing over. It was just ridiculous.
And over again.
And we were just making fun of him. And we were like, what if he was following us? What if he was like, hey guys, wait!
Wait for me!
I gotta tell you, they kicked me out again. Because he literally went back inside after we left. Yeah.
Jesus.
He was just, the way this guy was reacting, you would think he's being serious. Like, he was just like,
right.
What?
The Ryan guy?
Yeah. And then Ryan was like, you just gotta, and then Adam, of course, going extreme. You just gotta fight him. You gotta fight him. You
can't fight him.
You gotta beat him to the death.
Oh,
and this guy's like, yeah. And I was like, if this guy really does it, I would die laughing. I would record that shit. Speaking of that, I was driving home yesterday before you texted me. Uh-huh. I saw something really that gave me a sick, feeling in my stomach.
What?
I saw the cops beating someone up, and then all I hear is a taser and this guy screaming.
Really?
I have never felt so sick in my life.
LA?
Yeah, this was in Santa Monica.
Oh, shit.
And I, didn't get a good look at the guy. No idea what was going on. But there's a bar. There was a bar right there. At that corner. And, these people were just standing there. And this guy's, getting kicked by these policemen. And, he had, a skateboard. He didn't look homeless. But it could have been.
But he could have been? Okay.
Yeah. And I was just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. But that guy sounds like he's in so much pain. And he did not look like he was fighting back.
Owie.
And it just, gave me a very, very sick stomach feeling.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how those people can be standing there.
Right.
Just
that,
yeah, that hurts my stomach.
And the Facebook video is just going to cut right to them
beating him up.
And then it's going to say, he was doing nothing, even though he probably did something.
I mean, yeah, I don't know the full story, but just seeing him being helpless and, getting beat up, it's just, it sucks. I understand, some people, you gotta go the extreme, you gotta make sure, but, he did not look like he was fighting back, and it's just, I understand I don't have the whole story, but it still sucks to see that.
Right.
I don't know. Police brutality is like a real thing. He definitely wasn't even black, but I did see his face. He definitely wasn't black, and he looked like he was in tons of pain.
Really?
And I'm like, that sucks. And then
Fuck.
as I was driving away, I could hear him screaming.
Really?
And I was like, oh my goodness, I want to, like,
Fuck.
it was like a sad moment. I was like, I never thought I would actually see something like that happen.
Yeah.
But I guess being in LA, it's like bound to happen.
Of course, especially in Hollywood too.
It was just, it was so sad. I was like, I don't know what that guy did, but I feel so bad for him. He could have killed someone. I would still feel bad for him. Because I don't think anyone deserves that kind of beat down.
Really?
And then get tasered. Even though he's not doing anything.
Even if he just killed someone right before you drove around the corner?
Well, if he's not fighting back and not running, like, do you really gotta taser him when he's already on the ground?
Maybe he had a shank right
I
there
doubt
on
it.
the side
I
that you
doubt
couldn't
it.
see.
I doubt it. He was, like, cuddled up into a ball. And just, like, yeah, I don't know. I have a weird, like, what's it called? Like, a view on how far police should go. I don't care what someone did. If they're willingly wanting to go with you and not fighting back, there's no need for you to keep going further with beating them up.
I feel you.
Like, it's not just because I'm black, but 'cause I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's because you're black. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's like, that's a moral thing.
It is.
Like, to think like that. Like, if you think that police, oh, let them go as far as they want. Like, there's something morally wrong with you.
Right, right.
Like, I don't know. It's just, it was weird to see. I never thought I would see it. And, like, I'm kind of mad I did see it. Because now I'm just like...
You're going to see it at least once every couple months.
I know I will, because I work in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Like, there's no avoiding it. It just sucks to see.
It happens, though.
It does. And I really hope that guy's okay.
He probably is.
I hope so.
I think it's illegal for them to kill them.
Well, I mean, yes, it is, but how many times a year do we have police shootings now?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, most of them are wrong, but I mean, most of them are okay, but it's just still like, I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about sometimes, just like how far they go. I wonder if that video is on, like,
Probably
social
for
media.
Sure. It's for sure somewhere.
It's for sure.
It's for
I'm pretty sure if I open Twitter right now, I probably will see it.
Uno on
It's
those
like,
feed.
oh, hey!
Yeah.
But I don't know. I want to know what happened.
Your license plate somewhere on Twitter right now.
On pictures.
Yeah.
People just driving by. Oh, there's my car.
There's Daisha.
With my little Pikachu in the front.
With the dart.
My dart. But yeah, that was weird to see. I was like, oh man. Yeah. I couldn't even process it. I was like, I don't know what's happening.
You didn't even notice. I just have a mustache now.
I do. I did.
You didn't say anything.
No, I didn't.
You're
it's still
a hoe
weird.
for that.
Why?
Because you didn't say anything. It's different though.
It is different. I don't like it.
Like it looks bad on me?
I think the way it looks now, because you still scruff, I think it looks fine.
That's because I did it like 3 days ago.
Yeah, I think if you just had the solid mustache, it looks super... You'd look like Freddie Mercury.
That's fine. That's fine.
You really would.
It.
You would look like a super gay dude from the 70s.
I was playing a cop role in this thesis film.
Oh, were you? That's why you did it? That makes sense.
Well, no, because the background guy, he canceled the day before he was supposed to go on, and so the producer asked me, and I was like, yeah. I'm like, do you want me to shave? And he was like, why? I was like, because cops are either clean shaved or have mustaches.
Oh, that's very true.
And then he was like, what? That's a thing? And I was like, you never
noticed that?
Not one beard firefighter or army-related person has beards? And they're all like, oh. He like looked up and then was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. And he was like, do you mind shaving your beard then?
I think we need to now have a policeman who has a full-on beard and no mustache.
Just this?
Yep.
No.
I think with facial hair, I'm very like conflicted about it, because some people could pull up a whole thing, like you and Logan can. But then if someone just has a beard part, I'm like, that looks weird.
Yeah.
If someone has a mustache, I'm like, okay. But you never want to see someone with just a full beard, because it would look super weird.
Yeah.
I can understand if it was like stubble, then maybe.
I like my stubble right now. It's at a nice length.
Yeah, it looks good. But
feels good to scratch it too.
It's like the back of my head every time I get it shaved. I'm like, oh, it's so great.
But my hair's thicker on my chin, so it feels nice.
Oh, my friend cried when I surprised her. It was great. It was like the best feeling ever.
With your mustache?
No. When I went to Kansas, I didn't tell her I was going. And I got to surprise her.
With a mustache?
No. Actually, she thought I was going to call her to tell her I was pregnant. I was like, no. There's no baby coming out of this.
Damn.
For at least another 3 years.
No cookies in the oven.
Until at least another 3 years. But we'll see. Because I'm not getting another Nexplanon in my arm after this one. Because I'm like, I'm not going to wait until I'm 29 to have my first kid. I want to at least be 27.
Oh, yeah. So, you know that's... Remember how I told you of how the school gave me a strip-in check?
Yeah. What happened with that?
So this one was significantly larger than last time they gave me one. And again, I didn't want to give it back to the school since they didn't email me shit about the last time I gave it back. Mm-hmm. So I just have it now. And I'm just saying, fuck it. I'm just putting it in my savings.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Or do what I told you. Just pay it back to them. Or pay it back to the federal people gave it to you.
Yeah, I will when they open it. I'll just drop... Because, I don't know, in my head I was thinking, what if, like...
The school's definitely taking it and using it.
No matter what, yeah. And so, I was like, if it's going to be used anyways, so I was thinking, like, if there was a pinch, like when we first moved in or something like that, the amount would have definitely helped me for a little bit of time.
That's good.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. I'm super excited to go see this place.
I am too.
We're going to get the code at 1 o'clock. Because we're going to get the code for the key 2 hours before showing.
So we can leave before?
Yeah.
Okay, we can leave at like 2 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking that. Hang out for a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Thought you wanted to go to the beach today, but apparently not.
We're just going in the pool then.
Obviously.
Fuck it.
I'm going to just lay out on the floaty thing.
That's fine.
Like this.
Let's end it then. I want to go swimming.
Why are you clapping?
BLT.
Soon, eventually, we will have cover photos and intros and everything. But for now, we're only in episode 8, so we're good. We still got to pass.
It's going. It's going.
It's going. We're still...
Bye, guys.
Oh, my goodness. ASMR.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
See you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.